10 free minutes, your own free warm-up. Take your time. I'll let you know when you are halfway there. Ten free minutes. Halfway, 5 minutes, halfway through. Making sure that at some point in there we maybe like 3 sun salutations, a version of that. So we're warm. Adding breath, see if you could lengthen out your inhales, maybe counting to 5 or any number really. Full breath in. Then as you exhale, full exhales out. Just so we really set the foundation for what's happening. The basis of this class. 1 minute. 1 minute to downward facing dog. One minute, eventually meeting in downward facing dog. Take your time, no rush in any way. Add a little bit of your own secret sauce. Remember, it's just movement. This is like a generic experience that you tailor to be custom fit for yourself. Depending on how your day is going, how you feel physically, how your body feels, how you feel in your mind. Let's take 5 breaths. And maybe downward facing dog is not part of this, this tailored experience. So you could always cut it out and take downward facing or take child's pose instead. When you're ready, let's walk the hands backwards to the back of the mat. Hands walk backwards. Let's halfway lift the chest. Hands can rest at the shins. Exhale, fold forward. Let's do that again. Full breath in, half lift. Adjust the feet. Let's grab opposite elbows. We can hang over the legs. You could grab opposite elbows. You could just let the hands drag. They could rest. You could sway, let the head relax. Let's just take a nice, easy fold over the legs, big full breath in. Yeah, you can sway if you want to. You could find stillness if you want to. You could kind of bounce against the legs. Big breath in. Let the gravity and the weight of your torso stretch the hamstrings, stretch the back, let the spine lengthen out. Maybe you even tuck your chin towards your chest and try to look at your inner thighs. Let's release the grip. Inhale, lift the chest. Let's take a more active approach. So you can grab your big toes. You can slide the hands beneath the feet. You can grab your ankles. Inhale. Exhale, bow. Flip the grip so that the palms are facing each other. Yep. So you're going to grab them, nope, like pacemakers, like this, and scoop them. So that when we inhale, exhale, it's like a pull. Let the elbows go wide out to the side. So just your peace fingers. The other ones can. So just like what you would literally do peace with. You'll hook, inhale, support, exhale, bow. So use this. Oh, I love having a student. I forgot what that's like. Big breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows. So let's hold it here. Inhale again. Exhale, deeper fold. Flex your stomach. Use these, use this. Push the feet down, reach the hips to the sky. Last time, big breath. Exhale, big bow. Like you're wringing out a tie, you're squeezing it all together. Let's release the grip. We'll sit for Malasana. So adjust the feet. You can come down to a little squat like this. Heels don't have to touch the ground. It's not required, but you can adjust it so that they do. Hands can connect. You can push the elbows into the thighs. Let the back muscles feel active. Tuck the chin. You can look at your fingers. Imagine you're trying to lengthen your spine to be taller. Big breath in. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Perfect. Let's release the fingers forward. Walk the fingers forward. Look between your legs, like you're trying to see what's going on between your legs. So we could round the back. And then let's straighten the legs so we have kind of a forward fold. We'll exhale, lift the hips up to the sky. Big breath in. Let's lift the chest. Walk the fingers forward to plank. Let's have a breath here. Big inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Shift forward onto your tippy toes so your shoulders are over your wrist. You can move through chaturanga to downward facing dog, or you can just go directly. Take your time. Perfect. Big breath in. Big exhale. When you're ready, take it to the top of the mat. Hop, step, walk, jump, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Let's do it again. Inhale, halfway lift. Perfect. Exhale, bow. Big inhale to stand up. Scoop the arms up with you. Stretch up. You can stretch backwards or open or out. Bend the elbows, open the chest if you want. Hands connect, arms release, mountain pose. Perfect. Big inhale. Exhale. Think of the arches of the feet lifting up. So we connect, pull the belly button in, tuck the tailbone. Look at that, that was beautiful. And then push the feet down more to stand up taller. Yes. Like there is one long line. All the energy is just lifting upward. We're containing ourselves by pressing down, but energy is reaching up. So we're literally using muscle, and I'll say it again, energy, to stand ourselves up taller, to have a little bit better posture, to just be more expansive in our body. And when you think about it, it makes sense. If you're not paying attention to it, if you're not paying attention to your posture, it tends to just fall forward. There's no support for it. So it's just going to rest on whatever is literally holding it up, which a lot of times it's like bone and whatever. But if you pay attention and just kind of expand, now we're using the muscles that we have. They show up to work instead of just letting everything weigh us down. So it requires a little bit of something. We turn it on, stand up tall. Let's bring the feet just a tiny little bit closer together so that our feet are right beneath the hips. Perfect. Big breath in. Exhale. Let's inhale, arms stretch up to the sky. Reach up, stretch up. You can stretch backwards, bend the elbows, open the chest. You can stretch down, you can stretch out. Let the fingers expand. And then big swan dive over the legs. Halfway lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Let's do it again, half lift. Bend the knees, plant the palms, meet in downward facing dog. Take your time. Let's take the right leg up to the sky. Bend and open. Look under the right armpit. So the line from your right big toe all the way to your right hand, think of that as like the splits. Try to reach it longer away from your foot. Also, the hands assist you. Big push, big reach. The more you bend your knee, the more you're going to feel that stretch into your quad. That's big. Lightly, softly, let's step it forward, warrior one. Arms reach up to the sky. So let's square that hip off facing forward. That's warrior two. 1 second, got it. Just adding a barrage to what I've got going on here. My students are like, okay, well, that's normal. What's this one? So you have warrior two right now. That's an open hip. We want to close it up so it's almost like a lunge. So it'll be smaller. Let's step the left foot in so that our left heel touches the ground. So this one, more. Yep. So this is gonna press down here, which you're gonna feel it here, you're gonna feel it here. Think of the arch lifting up as well. So even this is gonna pivot where do you have it before? So it's like at maybe yeah. But let's draw this hip down. So you're trying to square them up, bend, yes, like that. So the more that you try to close them up, we're closing this left hip, the more we're gonna feel it in our quad. And then let's tuck the tailbone a little bit, flex the stomach. Yeah, try to lengthen this leg, push it down all the way with your heels. It's getting long. Yeah. And maybe if we were being particular, you could close this left foot a little bit. Instead of having it so open, it could rotate more forward. Big breath in. Now we open warrior two. So we could slide it out, adjust it. So notice, and I was telling Sam this yesterday, all of the cues that we have just recreate mountain pose. So if you wanted to, you could make your feet, maybe this heel would be more in line with this heel. And that's just like specifics. Mm-hmm. Some cultures, schools of yoga say heel to arch, heel to big toe. I like probably somewhere in the middle of that. Arms are reaching away from each other, so let's activate this like you're literally trying to touch both balls at the same time. Soften these, spread the fingers wide so that they have some space. So that's why it becomes even important for your pinky finger to show up to this class, because it's the right side of your body, the right side of your arm. Big inhale. I know it's a lot. Exhale, sink. Let's look over our right middle finger. Stare at it so much that your eyes start to become foggy. I know. Arms got a lot of blood they're holding up. Well, actually, probably not a lot of blood because now they're tired. Big inhale. Exhale, right arm comes down. Left arm reaches up. Extended side angle. Yeah. And we can look under the armpit up to the ceiling, which is a little harder for balance. Reach longer with this arm. Yes. Spread the fingers wide. So then from here, all the way down, all the way through your ribs, pull the belly button back so that this becomes tighter. Push this foot down and then lift the arch. Yeah, now you're literally, it's like a rubber band. You're pulling two together. Now we'll bend this knee more. I know, we have so much happening. Still stretching the left foot away from the right arm or from the left arm. Look at that. That's beautiful. Big breath in. And now here's something else to think about. Push these two together. So this is going to push this open, but push back at the same time. Yeah. Big breath. Keep it exactly where you are. So the legs don't really change. We just flex the stomach, come back up. Warrior two. Perfect. Reverse it. Right palm flips. Left arm's up. Legs are literally doing the same thing as they just were, except we just changed the arm. Reach long. You're trying to touch my hand. Grabbing 20 bucks. It's literally right here. You can almost get it. Keep bending the knee forward. Pull the belly button back. Reach. Yeah, I love this hand mantra. Inhale, coming up. Slide the arms out. Big breath in. Exhale. Sweep back to warrior one. So back to where it came from. Pivot the toes forward. We'll turn our left foot forward. So now we're kind of on the ball of the left foot. Big inhale, hands connect. Warrior three, step forward into the right foot. Left toes can touch. Left leg can lift a lot. Look straight down. Push the right foot down. That's your muscle. Flex the left foot. Good. And then the left pinky toe turns to the ground. Yeah. Push down, big inhale. Think about lifting your chest. Use your back muscles, use your leg muscle. Yes, push down with the right foot. That's muscle. Lift higher with the back side. Big inhale, flex. Softly bend the right knee a lot without stepping the left foot down. Keep reaching the left foot back to warrior one. So right where we came from. Inhale, let's straighten both legs, arms lift. Exhale, soften the knee, hands come down, slow motion. We can swing the right leg high up to the ceiling and roll forward to plank and upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Or we could just go there directly. Take your time. Big full breath in. Big full exhale. When you're ready, let's take child's pose. You can take child's pose. Let the forehead rest. Big full breath in through the nose. Exhale out. Maybe let the forehead move side to side on the mat. It's self-soothing right there on the space between the eyebrows. Big full breath in, let it expand into your lungs, into your upper back, into your ribs. And then exhale, condense. It's different from when we're standing. We do this full, complete breath cycle because now our lungs are compressed against our thighs. When you're ready, let's walk the fingers over to the right side. So think of this as like a side bend. Left arm reaches longer, so really reach it. And then in order to create stretch, we have to reach the hip away. So we have to reach the left hip back. Left arm is reaching up and over. Yeah, so it can stay on the ground. It's just kind of side bending. Big breath. Gently, with minimal effort, walk the fingers to the middle, they switch sides. Just looking for a stretch on the right side now. So right fingers walk to the left. Left arm is reaching. Both arms are reaching, but let's make it, make sure that we feel it on that right side. Big full breath in. Exhale. Perfect, reach a little longer. Bring it back to the middle. Let's stretch both arms forward. We can find fingertips. We can find prayer hands where the elbows bend and the thumbs rest at the back of the neck. It could be like this. Yeah, or like that. And you can even grab your lower triceps and give them a little massage. Yeah, just kind of grab the base of the neck and give it a little squeeze if you want to. You could also reach the elbows more forward, away from the knees, so more toward the windows. So kind of go like this, and the more you press this down here, you'll get this stretch, you'll get it into kind of the armpits, into the triceps. Big breath in. Exhale. Let's release the arms, stretch forward. Let's press up to tabletop. So we can just find like 20 seconds of just your own free movement. Maybe it's side to side. You can shift back and forth. You can roll the shoulders around. Make sure you go the other way. Let's turn it into cat-cow when you're ready. Your own pace. Maybe you even close your eyes to feel it. Push into the hands and push into the shins. And then use the ground again, push down more. Try to look at down your own shirt, to be honest. Try to tuck the chin toward your chest. Push the hands into the ground. Perfect. Big extension. And then contraction. Your own movement 2 more times. Maybe you even close your eyes to watch it happen. When you're ready, let's take it back to downward facing dog. So you could step back to plank and take the full motion to get there. You can make it direct. Take your time. Big full breath in. Exhale out. Let's bring the feet together. So big toes touch, ankles touch. You have one long leg. Inhale. Exhale, push with the hands. Yes, reach the hips to the sky. Let the inner thighs get a little stretch. So this more narrow stance makes it, one, a little bit more difficult to balance. It's a little lighter on the toes. It also makes the stretch a little bit more condensed, so maybe tighter. So maybe you bend your knees. Let's walk the hands backwards to the back of the mat with our feet together. So feet together, big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Halfway lift the chest. Hands connect somewhere, push against the legs. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bow. Let's grab opposite elbows, or the fingers can drag a nice relaxed forward fold. Notice the difference between the previous time that we did this. We just did this with our feet separated. So now our feet are together. See if you can allow the chest to relax as if you were a doll on a shelf. So a breeze could come in and move you around like branches on a tree, because there's just no tension, there's no effort to keep you supported. Big inhale, we just let gravity. Exhale, like a sigh. You could exhale through your mouth if you want to. One more time, inhale. Let's take forward fold actively here. So we can grab big toes. We'll release the grip, grab big toes. We can also stand on our palms or grab our shins. Big breath. Exhale, bend the elbows, fold forward. Perfect, hold it there. Pull your belly button back more. So we're gonna literally make space. Inhale, exhale, deeper fold. We use our upper body. Hold it right there. Inhale again, pull the belly button back. Exhale, big fold. Look at that. Last time, inhale, squeeze it together. Exhale, face toward your shins. Very nice. Let's release the grip. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bow over the legs. Big inhale to stand up. Careful as our feet are together. So we'll push the feet down, reach the arms up, stretch up. You could bend the elbows and open the chest. You could open them straight down toward the ground. Hands connect to the chest, arms released by the sides, mountain pose. Let's reset. We could find tippy toes if you want. Lift the heels, drop the heels, lift the toes. If you want to have a wider stance for your mountain pose, you could play with that. See what it feels like. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Finding a place, what we're looking for is a place of moderation, a place of effort and ease at the same time. So it's not super difficult. It's also not easy, right? So we're trying to breathe through all that at the same time, which is really where we create stress management and all that good stuff, all those mental muscles. So let's move with a little sense of awareness, paying attention to how we move and how we breathe, and let's lengthen out our breath. So we don't want to cut them short or cut our movement short because we cut our breath short. Let's let the breath decide where it goes. So it's an inhale to stretch up, full breath in, reach up, full exhale out, dramatic fold over the legs. A big swan dive like you just jumped off the high dive. Inhale, lift the chest. Flex the stomach, walk forward to plank. Keep everything really supported. We can soften the knees, take your time. Big full breath in through the nose. Exhale out. One more time in. Shift forward to tippy toes. Meet in downward facing dog directly or take your own way. Meet in down dog directly or go your own way to get there. Bend the right knee, left knee when you find it. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale, maybe out through the mouth. Okay, left leg is up to the sky. Open it up. You can bend it if you want to, or you could let it be long. But just noticing the shape. How can we assist and let that have more space? Literally from the pinky finger to the pinky toe. Even if it's bent, pull the belly button back, push with the hands, even your left hand, even your right hand, your right foot. Big breath in. Softly, lightly draw the knee into the nose, step up, warrior one. So we'll ground our back foot down. So pop that one in, and then let's rotate the toes. So left toes are gonna face like 12 o'clock, Your right toe is probably, that's beautiful. It's probably at like 1 o'clock. And then your left hip's gonna pull back toward me. Yeah, and the arches lift. So bend the left knee forward. This heel is pressing to the ground. Yeah, this is fabulous. Big breath in. So the more you bend your left knee, you got just a tiny little bit of space, the more you push this heel down. And then keep this arch lifting up. So we want to just have a little tuck of this, flex the stomach so we engage and activate our floating ribs. So they want to do it like this. We draw them in, and these here kind of contain, it's like a corset. Big inhale, left hip pulls back. Last big breath in. You can think about trying to split your mat with your feet. Our legs are so strong. We'll inhale, stretch up. Open warrior two. Oh, it's a big fly on the window. The things that you see. Big breath. So we can open this foot up a little bit. These toes might turn more to this mirror. Yes. And so this is where we could decide if you wanted to. You could make your heel. I think we were doing heel to arch alignment. So we could play with that. And also this little rug is going to mess you up probably because you got your on like a little hill. But that's okay. We just think about it. Big breath. Let's actually move this heel back one little step. No, more to like this way. Yep, perfect. Exactly. Now we're balanced. Now we're like on a tightrope. And then let's heel toe your right foot one step back toward the bar because you can have more space width. So this foot's going to come back to leg. Yep, perfect. Big breath in. Left knee bends forward. Right arch is lifting. Fingers are stretching away from each other. Remember how tired our arms were? Extended side angle. Left arm down. Right arm is up. Perfect. Now we have a different angle of Sam. So we reach long. This arm is going to sweep up like this and reach. So if you're trying to touch my fingers, pull the belly button back, spread these fingers wide. You can do this mantra. I love that. Reach with the 3 fingers. Keep bending the knee. You could look under your right armpit. And then remember we were doing this, pushing these 2 together. So this is kind of pushing back. Big breath in, reach longer, stretch the feet away from each other. So this isn't just about our right side, it's literally everything, every single piece of our body. Keep the legs exactly as they are. So really the only thing that is active is our core. We flex the stomach coming back up, warrior two. It's not the only thing that's active, but it is what controls most of our movements. Exhale, reverse warrior. Perfect. So the legs didn't really change that much. They assist, they support the foundation of the Brent Spence bridge, but we can chop up the middle and change the way that it looks. Big breath. Keep bending the knee forward, reach back more, pull the belly button back. It's like a little back bend. Perfect. So less momentum and more control. Flex the stomach, come up, warrior two. Big inhale. Flip it to warrior one. So we pivot around to where we came from. We'll rotate, adjust the foot so that we feel it in here. Keep pressing the heel down toward the ground. Yeah, so maybe step this foot in a tiny little baby bit. Perfect. Big breath, draw the left hip back. We stay solid with our legs, especially on our left foot, because it's going to stay down, hands connect to the chest. We shift weight into our left leg. Right leg, toes can touch, leg can slowly start to lift. Flex the foot, find balance and support. That looks amazing. Flex it, so reach the heel, toes toward the ground. This toe. Flex it, reach the heel to me like you're going to step on the bar. So reach the heel toward the bar. Yeah, you got it. So like this. Perfect. Yes. So it activates our butt, our leg. Focus your eyes on one dot on the carpet. Big inhale. Push your left foot down. It's supporting you. Use the back muscles to lift. Everything reaches higher. We'll come back to warrior one. Bend the left knee a lot. Reach the right foot way back. Inhale, arms stretch up. We can straighten both legs. Exhale, sink, bend the knee. Hands come down. Slow motion. Frame the foot. You can swing the left leg high up to the sky if you want to, and roll forward to downward facing dog or plank to downward facing dog, or you could just go directly. You could add your own secret flavor. You could also take child's pose. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale out. One more time, inhale. Exhale, let's shift forward to plank. Lay on your stomach. We can bend the knees, we could stack the arms, legs can move side to side like windshield wipers. So we could just stack the arms, legs could bend, knees could bend, yep, and you just let the legs go left and right. Perfect, exactly. It's a little quad massage. It also helps with a little spine mobility. You could roll the ankles if you want to. And so we could stay like that if you want to move the legs, or we could lay. And we'll take 5 breaths here in stillness. Big full breath in. So we do this on our back. Now we're on our stomach. Notice the difference. It might be subtle. You can let a cheek rest if you want. Big exhale. See if they can expand. Like we talked about, maybe you count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be the top of your inhale. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 would be the bottom of your exhale. So we just start to add some depth and some length to something that we do 20,000 times a day automatically. And on average, we maybe pay attention to 5 of those breaths, 5 of the 20,000 that we take a day. So right now, we just basically are watching this little movie that is our own body, just paying attention to it. I like to think of it as a personal check-in, like you check in at the doctor. This is a check-in with yourself. Just taking a moment to appreciate, one, this profound idea that the lungs and the heart and your brain and all that stuff that you've had since you were born, you've had it since you were born, and it brought you all the way to this moment right here together, even virtually, today on January 2nd, 2021. So a little moment of gratitude for all the pieces of yourself, maybe even the ones that aren't your favorite, all those little pieces that showed up with you today. Let's take another moment before we even move on, before we even make one pinky finger movement. Let's have an opportunity to breathe in something fresh and clean and new oxygen. You're literally the first person to breathe it in, send it to your heart, your lungs, your brain, your bloodstream, muscles. And then as you exhale out something that doesn't serve you, you don't need it, you don't want to take it to January 2nd at 10:43. It doesn't deserve to move past you, with you past 1 more minute. So we breathe in something new and exhale to discard something that doesn't serve you. So we wipe our slate clean before we even invite movement, so that the next movement we make is already lighter. We already feel lighter because we have less in our pockets. We have less to carry around. So we breathe in fresh, clean air. Imagine that you could see this happen. It's clean, it's fresh, it's pure, it's new. And then as you exhale, visualize, see whatever you're discarding, watch it disappear. Take the trash out. Empty your pockets. One more time, a full breath in, fill all the way up with fresh, clean, new oxygen. As you exhale out completely. Keep exhaling until you feel like you cannot exhale anymore. We empty our lungs all the way. Most of the time, when we don't exhale completely, we only exhale halfway. So that means we have old stale air in our lungs. So now we have completely new space. So when you're ready, let's bring the hands beneath the shoulders. We'll rest the forehead on the mat. Hands beneath the shoulders, curl the toes, push up to plank. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Exhale out. One more time again, inhale. Exhale. Let's take it to the top of the mat. Halfway lift the chest. Perfect. Exhale, bow forward. One more time like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. Reach up, stretch up, look up. You could expand, you could stretch backwards or open or out. Bend the elbows, open the chest if you want to. Hands connect to the heart, arms released by the sides, mountain pose. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale out. Let's set up for tree pose. Right foot can find the ground. It can find the leg. It could come up here and rest at your inner thigh. It does not matter where you put it. Where you do put it, we want to press the two together. So we're not shoving them together, but there is a little muscular tension that is holding it there. Otherwise, it's just going to slip off. So not only is the right foot pushing into the leg, but the leg is pushing back, right? Arms could be out. They could be at your chest. They could be open. You could do something weird. You could have one hand at your heart. You could do a little side bend. Where right arm is down. Sam said she wanted to do something weird. Right arm could be down, left arm could be up and over. So it's like a side bend. You could take the arm behind the back. You could have both arms behind the back. You could lift your eyes to a spot on the ceiling. Stand tall. Big inhale. Exhale. Focus your eyes on something that's not moving. Big breath in. One more time, inhale. From here, we're gonna turn this into dancer's pose. So our right leg, we're gonna bring it forward like this. So we could reach around, I'll do mine from the side. We could reach around and bend the knee, you can grab the foot. You might stay like this. It could be here. Maybe you start to press the foot into the hand. Focus the eyes on something that's not moving. So let's try it. You got it. So we'll reach it back. Let's try it this way. So we want the shoulder to be open. Push the foot into the hand. Toes reach up to the ceiling. Stand tall. Try to, so this is the splits, but now we're standing. Reach the right toe up to the ceiling. You got it. You can even, you don't have to balance. You can bring this hand to the wall and do the same stretch. Perfect. Big breath. Your dancer's pose. Focus the eyes. Big inhale. Let's softly, slowly release the hands. Step the right leg back. Warrior two. Straighten both legs. Stretch the arms up. Turn to the right side. All 10 toes come with you. Inhale, open. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, fold forward. Let's support here. Big breath in. Exhale, bow. So that's for you. Once you start to become comfortable, toes can start to turn inward just a tiny little bit. So now this is, yeah, it's pretty tight. You can let the legs be wider if you want to. Give them some space. Perfect. Knees can be bent a little bit. Big breath in, just like in our narrow fold. Inhale, exhale, bow forward. Perfect. See if you can look up toward your inner thighs. Big breath. Trying to think about trying to pull yourself through your legs. Last inhale. Exhale. Let's release the grip. Inhale, lift the chest. Let's walk fingers over to the right side. Look at your right leg. So you could take this hand and you could grab the leg. This hand could grab here. You could rest your head on your arm. Maybe pull with this arm. So this head can rest on that arm. This arm you could pull a little bit. Yeah, just like you're trying to reach to this leg. You can reach this hip away from that foot. Yeah, so it almost straightens a little bit. Perfect. Big breath in. Use your arms. Face closer to the shin. That's beautiful. Let's release our grip. Walk the fingers all the way to the top of the mat. Let's set up for lizard or for pigeon so we can drop down into it. Maybe the left knee is bent. Maybe we wiggle around for pigeon if you want. Whatever sounds comfortable. You have both options. Perfect. You can get comfortable. It's very nice. Yep, that's good, and you got it. I think this looks perfect. You can think about your right leg being longer, so maybe even stretching it away. So this is another version of the splits. This is a version of basically a full split, a long split. So if our left leg, and you've probably heard before, the more your shin is parallel to the top of the mat, the more intense it's going to be. Then it starts to go longer than the parallel to the top of the mat until it's straight, which is the splits. So the more we can start to even consider or think about lengthening the right leg, think about softening the left hip. Let your torso also lengthen away from your toes. Big breath in. Exhale. Sam, I think you could let your elbows go and you can just relax. Yeah, you just let your head rest. Full breath. You could even stack your arms and rest your forehead on your arms like we did when we were laying down. Yeah. So we just soften. Think of adding breath, breathing into your hip. Let's go for 2 more. Big inhale. Exhale, let it rest. Last one. Slow motion, like minimal effort, slow motion. Crawl up to the hands. We can step back to plank, downward facing dog directly, or take a different way to get there. Perfect. Bend the right knee, left knee. Notice how the legs probably feel different. Maybe different by a lot, maybe different by a little. Maybe they honestly don't even feel that different, which is perfectly fine. Big inhale. Big exhale. When you're ready, let's take it to the top. Hop, step, crawl, walk. Perfect. Lift the chest. Fold forward. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. Beautiful. Inhale, stand up. Reach up to the sky, stretch up, look up, maybe stretch open or out or back. When you're ready, hands connect, arms release. Big inhale. Tree pose on the other side. So our left leg connects. Find a place to put it. It doesn't matter where it goes. Push the 2 together. So the foot and the leg press into each other. Stand up tall. Arms could add and do something. Maybe they do something different. Maybe it feels like it should be different. Big breath in. Remembering that breath we practiced when we were laying down. A full inhale, maybe counting to 5. Full exhale. Stand up taller. Let the arch of the foot lift. Think of your spine lengthening out. One more big breath. Full exhale out. Let's turn this into dancer's pose. We bring the left leg forward. Lift it. Then we bend it, reach around for the foot. You got it, perfect. Push the foot down, reach the toes up to the sky. Focus your eyes on something that is not moving. And breathe. Big full inhale. The higher you press your toes up, the easier it is to balance. We have a little counterbalance. Big inhale, toes reach up. Last one, big breath in. Softly, very, very, very slowly release the leg, stretch it back. Step to warrior 2. Pivot, all 10 toes come with you. Arms stretch up to the sky. Wide-legged forward fold facing the left. Inhale, open up. Exhale, fold forward. Let's make the feet parallel. Perfect. We inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow forward. Perfect. Push the feet down. Let the hips reach up to the sky. You got it. Just a little fold over the legs. Breathe in. Flex the stomach. Use your core to help you bow deeper forward. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Let's release the grip. Walk the fingers to the left. They walk over the left side. Perfect, exactly. We use the arms to kind of just pull us more left. Big breath in. Exhale. This pose is more familiar to you probably, even outside of yoga, seated on the ground, where we would sit down with our feet wide and we would reach to our left leg. This is the same exact pose, we just are standing. One more big breath. Exhale, big fold over to the left. We'll inhale, release the grip, walk the fingers through the middle, take it to the top of the mat for lizard or for pigeon. So we just crawl around to where we came from, back to the top, so all the way around, pigeon or lizard on the right side, exactly. So we can wiggle it back. Yes, whichever one feels best. Inhale, we settle in. Whatever feels good for you. Perfect. This one's lizard. Same idea, just a little different. Yeah, you can go for that. You can go for whatever you want. That's perfect. Big breath in. See if we can still have those same breaths we started class with. Can we start to lengthen our breath out? So when we add movement in the middle of all this, it makes our heart rate faster. It also sometimes can change our breath pattern. And then we probably forget about it because we're doing something that's maybe would be considered stressful or difficult. So we just try to reconnect and bring it back down to complement what we're doing here. Your hip is the largest joint in the body, connected to the largest muscle, attached to your largest bone. So we have a lot of stuff happening here, a lot of big stuff. So let's complement it with big breath. Perfect. One more like that. The deepest breath you've had today at this point, at least the deepest breath that you can remember taking. Exhale completely, sending out old stale air, send out all the crap that was supposed to be sent out before, but somehow showed back up on our doorstep. When you're ready, bring the hands beneath the shoulders. Push up to plank, our last flow. And then we end up on our back. So we're going to go to our back. If you want to just sit on your back or step to seated, you could do that. You could flow all the way through it. We'll find our back. This class goes by so fast. So fast. When you get here, you could hug the knees in. You could give them a squeeze. You could turn it into happy baby right away. You could let the knees bend and legs move side to side. Whatever feels good. A little left and right. We could turn it into happy baby if you want to. You can play with straightening both legs, bending both knees, or drawing the soles of the feet toward each other. Maybe straightening one leg, straightening the other leg. Like you're kind of pulling back a bow and arrow, side to side. Let's let the knees bend, legs fall off to the left. Spinal twist, legs fall to the left. If you have the room, your legs can be long. Your right leg could be straight, reaching to the wall. Yeah, you could even flex a foot. That's big, yes. And so we're still reaching right. You want to look right and continue that twist right as if you could see as if you could continue to roll through the right side. So keep pivoting and reaching toward me. You're expanding your wingspan. So even let the left fingers expand and open. And then we're trying to open to the right. Big inhale. Bring it through the middle. Knees come through the middle. They switch sides. They go to the right. Gently. Perfect. Legs can be long if you have the space. Now we're twisting and looking to the left. Spread the fingers wide so that extension expands all the way through our hand. Big breath in. Bring it back to the middle. Let's hug both knees into the chest, stretch both legs up to the sky. Let's just let them reach. They don't have to do anything. Roll the ankles. Roll them the other way. Spread the toes wide. Curl them up. Spread them out, all 10 toes. Curl them up. Flex the feet, reach the heels up to the ceiling. Try to straighten your legs. Perfect. Point all 10 toes, even the pinky toes. One more time, flex the feet like you're gonna step your feet on the ceiling. Perfect. Point all 10 toes. And then let's settle in for the last piece of class. We can let the legs be long, knees can be bent. Arms can open up, palms face the ceiling, tuck the chin. Perfect. Big breath in. You can exhale through your mouth like a sigh. So now we allow the body to breathe however it wants to. Whatever way feels natural and comfortable and normal. And again, we just observe like we're watching a movie, that is ourself. When you're ready, start to bring life and awareness back into your space. Fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles can move a little bit. We can connect the hands. Maybe at the heart, maybe one hand on top, one hand on the heart, one hand on top, or you can just find a prayer. Take a moment to give thanks to yourself for stepping on your mat. Let's take another moment to consider something that we feel grateful for. As always, thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Namaste.